Yeah.
Pride, faith, art, and tradition. A commitment to life at a different pace.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Thursday Night Live. Definitely appreciate you guys. I know, Brother Lloyd, that Deja put that together. Definitely a blessing. Let me see if everybody would say where you're from. We'll wait for a few more people to get on. My brother Nolan. A. Calderon. My brother Dino DeMarco from Australia. Brother Josh Henderson. Joshua. Brother Lloyd. Larry. My brother Manuel. Chris from Cincinnati. Definitely, as I'm going through, let me tell you, man, I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Joshua, for your order, too. Thank you. I want to thank you. Same thing, Manuel. Your order is on its way, brother. We even put in a couple things for your daughter. Brother Chris, man, Deja showed me what you, the dune buggy came out sick, sick, brother. A lot of hard work on that one. I see that the hard work paid off, brother. All shiny, looking like glass. Love those blues. Love that white. Keep up the good work, man. We look forward to seeing you here, Chris. Brother Lloyd. My brother Dan from Canada. Jay. What's happening, my brother Joey? Brother Cody in the house. My brother Chuck, a.k.a. Fat Lack. My brother Sean. What is happening, Sean? Duke City. My brother Joseph from Santa. Tomahawk Customs. My brother Jeremy. Hope you're doing better, my brother. Jada. My brother Sean. Peyton. What is up? Leon. Brother Rudy. My brother Stephen Mora. Brother Don. I appreciate you too, brother. Definitely thank you for the order too, Don. Appreciate you. My brother Legs in the house. Michael Legs in the house. My son Space Jam's in the house. Jim Crafton. Definitely thank you guys for tuning in. My brother Vince in the house. Cars and More. Tacoma, Washington in the house. Yeah. My brother Vlad all the way from New Zealand. Brother John Martin in the house. I didn't think you were going to miss this one, Brother John. I'm sure you're inspired. I hope you are. My brother Curtis Bailey in the house. Definitely appreciate you. So, of course, tonight we are going to be working. Deja in the house, of course, too.
Hello!
We got Uncle Rudy in the house, too, of course.
Yeah.
And So I'm going to be doing a little bit of show and tell. And I did want to tell you guys, of course, next Thursday we will not be going live because it's 4th of July. And I know a lot of you guys probably like, we were hoping to go on vacation last weekend. It didn't work out. You know, a quick story. We had bought a old RV, 1998. We had replaced, it was overheating when we bought it coming back. And then from Fort Worth, we replaced the radiator, the thermostat, the water pump. And a couple weeks ago, I had to replace the fan clutch. And we were getting ready last Thursday. We need to get out of here. Let me tell you, we need to break. Let me tell you, we seen that there was another radiator leak. It had a pinhole in the brand new radiator. So me and Rudy started tearing it apart, hoping that Friday morning we'd be able to get a new one. And they did not have one. They had to special order it. So we did not go on vacation. We went to Pueblo just for a day for the Fishtails Lowrider Bike show. So we do need to still take a break. Now, let me tell you, my son's going to be here the following week, Alante. So we'll be doing something cool with guitars then. We might even be cutting out a new one. So, and I did want to, we're going to be working on this one. This is one, I have a whole bunch of guitars, like bodies. Give me that one too, that black one. I got just a whole bunch of guitar bodies up in the attic. You know what I mean? And a lot of these me and my son bought for parts to make some of the homemade guitars. So I'm going to show you a couple things. I'm going to show you a couple cool things. Some of these, let me tell you, are some kind of, some of these, in fact, let me show you a couple. So I'm going to pull out some of the picks from the vault, as we would say. So these are just some of the designs came up with for homemade guitars. I mean, like really cool. You got to think pattern inspiration. This would be something cool to do. Maybe when my son's out here to start cutting a shape like that. So, and are you able to share by any chance? Okay. So, I want to share this one. This is kind of the one Deja's going to share, kind of screen share. This one. So she's going to screen share. And of course, this is my son's. My son, of course, you know, he's a lot older now, way older. Like this would be 12 years ago. This would be 10 years ago, honestly, maybe 11 years ago. And so this is the actual guitar. What's up, Amanda? What's up, Aaron? So this would be the actual guitar that you're seeing. This is the original design. And of course, what it is, we did it for his wood shop in middle school. So what it is it's Alante. And of course, watch, I think I have the actual original. We're just trying to do something different. Let me see if, oh yeah, so here we go. So here's the original design we came up with. Let me actually, to where this ain't kind of killing it real quick. So this is the original design we came up with. And of course, it's Alante Vanderslice. And we just crossed it over. Hopefully you guys are able to see the whole screen. And it looks like you guys are. And then, of course, I mean, this is all mapped out. This is all beveled. You got to think. And of course, none of that shape is in here. It's just we overlap the design. And of course, here's kind of the follow, you know, kind of the follow-up gonna be bevel. And then of course, if you would, girl, put back on the screen. And then watch, she's gonna screen. So you see what we ended up with there on the screen. And we painted it the first time. We painted it, of course, candy apple with the patterns, kind of ghost patterns. And then we repainted it, I think, for, man, I'm trying to think, it might have been, I think he was probably already in the 9th grade, 10th grade. We repainted it, but, you know, it's beveled. I mean, the wood is just cut out, beveled. And then I even cut out that piece of aluminum. This would have been, when we actually did this, designed this guitar, would have been, man, let's see, that would be like, I'm trying to think. That would be, yeah, and then you see that engraving, the aluminum piece, I engraved that, and that would be like literally 15, 16 years ago. And of course, I just engraved it with the security engraver, not like they're doing the engraving. But then, like I said, and of course, he got an A+, of course, in his wood shop for that, of course. That's a team effort. But then we got into, like I say, this is the original design. You know, it's a lot of work, you know, cutting the wood out, beveling it. I mean, just finishing the bevel just really nice. I mean, it's like body working and sculpturing basically is what you're doing, like a piece of art. And then priming it, blocking it, sanding it. And then, of course, back to that, basing it, flaking it, you know, the whole process. And then, let me see. I was hoping I had a couple other drawings in there, but like I say, then what we did, is we came up with the Flying V, which of course we used the original design. Like I say, we designed this one first, and this was for like his 6th grade, I think, woodshop class. So you got to take away all of this. We designed this first, and then we're like, okay, I think this would have been, man, and I'm not sure, but it might have been his 8th grade wood shop, or 9th grade. I'm trying to think. And of course, we ended up doing the V. And now, can you pull up the V? It will be the multicolor one, not the red one yet. Well, if anything, I want to do multicolor one. Kind of the best one. How about the one with okay, they're just trying to find it real quick. And of course, what's up, Lisa? Gage, what's happening? So then, of course, we're like, man, what can we do next to add to it? Like I say, this is his initials, Alante, and then Vanderslice, kind of. You know, we're like, man, we're going to do something cool. He's going to bring that guitar out from Texas when he comes the following week. Okay, so if you could pull up just the red one there. So now I'm going to show you kind of what we ended up, and I know this is overlapped, so it's hard for you guys to kind of see what we have going on. And then, of course, you know, there's a whole bunch of designs. I mean, like even this, really want to do this. We never ended up doing this guitar. But then we ended up doing, this is the guitar I just showed you. So that would be this one. It's just like I said, it's real confusing because I got this design overlapped. So it's like they're paired up, if you get me. And of course, you know, I mean, that's, you know, the original shapes are cool. But I mean, to me, you guys know me, like pattern wise, I'm not the person to have a stock paint job or nothing like that. No offense. I know everybody's got their own thing. You know, my whole, how would you put it? You know, everybody asks, what is a lowrider? And honestly, a lowrider is an extension of the person. And you got to think, you know, I'm a real colorful person. I'm, you know, how do you put it? My car, my paint jobs are an extension of me. And like I say, so of course, Then we ended up coming up with, and unfortunately, these have been through a lot. They've been through some crazy life, let me tell you. So then I came up with this, where I'm like, you know what? And it's a rough deal. I came up with this, where I'm like, okay, let's build a guitar that we can change the shapes. We can just slip in a shape. So at first, and like I say, these have dropped and they've cracked. So I'm like, so then we came up, me and my dad and my son came up with this where you could slide in the shape. And like I say, they've dropped, they've cracked, dropped them from Tasteful Overkill. There you go, John. What's happening, Jerry? What up from El Paso? So then we came up with this, and this is years ago. I wish we'd have I see there's a few people trying to do something like this, you know, and kind of, you know, you could literally just slip off the shape. You know what I mean? Where it's like, boom. And like I say, this one is dropped and cracked. If I can get this over here. Kind of a crazy flying V where it slips in. And like I say, it's cracked. I've dropped this thing from up high. You know, it's cracked. It's nasty. I cleared. I mean, it's in a nasty stage right now. We need to like redo it, but you guys kind of get what I'm talking about. That ends up literally this design, and of course it started with the original design to get this one. So if you get me, we just took from it and of course added to it, as you see. And of course it is dropped, corners have been broken off, we've glued it so many times. I'm talking, you know, that the heavy metal lifestyles gets a little crazy, you know what I mean? But changes the guitar game. Appreciate that, my brother John. And like I say, so we're like, man, you know, that'd be so cool to be able to, like I say, hold that girl if you would. Boom, to slide up. And of course, even this is like my own personal guitar. It's a real Gibson, and of course I've dropped it, cracked the whole corner up of it. You know, this is like a 1970, I'm trying to think what it is, 1970 something. I painted it for one of my friends. It's got a Seymour Duncan active live pickup. This thing distorted. This gets some sick distortion, and of course missing the knobs. I have had this hanging up in my house. I showed you guys way up on the wall. You know, it still plays. Of course, it's got a broken string, you know what I mean? So, but super heavy metal, real metallic, I mean, just thrash metal, grinding, crunching tone. But I painted this one, man, probably 20 for sure, 21 years ago. And in fact, even I'm going to go back. This one's 24 years ago, 23 years ago. And it's kind of the Tasteful Overkill. It's just a lot of patterns overlapped over each other. You know what I mean? And it was I kind of did this for my friend. So it was Acoma Indian design from their grandma. And then he ended up turning around and blessing me with it. Like I say, it's all taped up and duct taped. But like I say, you know, just way cool. And then this bass guitar we made from scratch too. Made from scratch, and of course it's had a rough life too, trying to pre-fit things, lots of holes. I mean, literally cut from a chunk of wood. You know what I mean? And just cool. We were in that little phase where we were doing this, and like I say, that's why we have a lot of parts guitars. You know, I mean, a lot of the actual shapes. And then same thing. This one too, a lot of things that just never got finished. This one's cut from scratch too, same thing. Real rough. Never kind of got finished, never got cleared. It's been dropped to a few times. Kind of rough. You know, some of the holes are cut out rough. It's a lot of work cutting all this up, especially when you don't have the proper tools. You know, somebody has a CNC machine, makes it a lot easier. Almost everything I've ever done has been, you know, just with bare minimum tools. But like I say, Brother Lamuel, what is happening, my brother? My brother Anthony too. There you go. So like I say, you know, really the guitars were a big part. You know, music was a big part of my life. My son, you know, a lot of musicians in both sides of my family. You know, I play the drums. You know, my son plays just about a little bit of everything. My other son sings. You know, a lot of my mom sings. She's got a beautiful voice. But so, and then they're just kind of the lowrider guitar, flaked out, patterned. And so this one's been a lot of these guitars that are just, they've been up in the attic. So I'm going to clean this up today.
Hey, what kind of wood are you using for the body?
Honestly, I think, I'm trying to think what my dad said we used. I just don't remember. I wish my dad was on here. He might be. Dad, if you're on here, if you could answer what the wood, I'm trying to think. We definitely got, let me tell you, Anthony, a lot of the wood we had to get would be wood that wasn't going to sap. That had been, there's like a certain way they dry the wood. It's like they like bake it, and towards like the wood's kind of dried out, because you got to think, you know, you don't want to trap. And honestly, all the things we're doing, I know, and I know John would be able to relate with this. If you're doing certain music, you know, it's kind of important that you have a certain kind of wood just because of the vibration. Yeah, there you go. Probably the keel dried. I'm probably not saying that right. And of course, if you're playing more like some country or some jazz or some blues, it would be pretty important to get some really nice wood that's going to really bring the tone out of the guitar. But a lot of the stuff we were doing was thrash metal, Metallica style. You know, where honestly it didn't matter. Everything was really about the pickup, you know what I mean? And these are EMGs, active pickups, back to that. Battery powered. You know, the pickups, so we're talking shunk, we're talking heavy tone. So, you know, it's really back to that, kind of more about looks. And let me tell you, I mean, a lot of the things, I'll be bringing that double neck. Can you show the double neck? Watch, this is super cool. This is the last one we did, and it never got put together and actually played. There's just a lot of things that, yes, sir, my brother Michael, yes, sir, a lot of different woods, a lot of different tones. And like say, back to that, if you're doing blues or country or something like that. So this is the last one we did. Handmade, cut from scratch. One side is a bass. One side's a guitar. You know, me and my son have designed that one. And of course, it's bass stuff. I think Ibanez. I forget what the Ibanez Iceberg, I think. I'm trying to think which one. But, I mean, you see the little bit of bevel in there as well. You can go back to it. And is there one with it kind of put together? Seemed like there was. That's the back of it. And like I say, we got it together. We got the neck on it. We got all those things on it and tried to string it up. I mean, and it's a lot of yeah. My dad is on the phone. Yeah, what kind of wood? Ashwood. So my dad just called in. It's ashwood is what we had got. And of course, you know, a lot of it, there's a lot of, how do you put it? The neck lining up, you know, the strings, I mean, there's a lot of, how do I word it, you know, for it to be a really good sounding guitar, man, the neck's got to fit right. The action has got to be right there. And, you know, action when you're a metal, action has got to be, the strings got to be low. I mean, almost to the frets. And it's got to be even all the way across. So, you know, there's a lot of pieces. You start building something and it's like fabricating a car. You know, if things don't line up, you know, it's not going to quite work out like it should. So like I say, man, I really would like to get back into that. It's just, it's time. It's hard to find time. So today, this is one of the bodies, like I said, I had up in the attic. We're going to just get it prepped. It's got some nice little, I mean, you see it's got overspray from, I mean, this thing's been scratches. I mean, it's not too bad. You got to see there's a few, you know, deep chips in it. It's not too bad there. Man, a big chunk here. Ready to actually come out. In all reality, this whole piece is ready to come out. Same with this, if you guys can see it. So we're going to sand it down and we are going to primer it. Even a big old dent there. I think there was another dent, a big deep dent there. We're going to spread a little Bondo, a little putty on it, and we're going to get it primered up. And not the following, well, we'll see. The week, like I said, we won't be on next week because it's 4th of July. The following week, my son's going to be here, so I want to do something cool with guitars. He's going to bring the purple one and for show and tell. And like I say, we might try to start cutting out a new shape for next, you know, for the following week. So we'll go from there. But today we're going to get this one wiped down. We're going to get it prepped, sanded, spread a little. I know that might not be the funnest thing, but some of you guys need to see that. And today I was going to do, like, I think on the thumbnail, you know, I definitely want to do black with flames, old school flames on this one. And like I said, we're going to be doing the guitar series. So we'll be doing some lowrider, some flake with, you know, some other stuff. We're going to do some flames. Like last week we did the ghost patterns. Or the week before, I should say. So I'm going to get some lacquer thinner. I'm going to wipe this down. In fact, first I'm going to go over it with a little bit of wax and grease remover. Because you got to think it's been in the attic, really dirty, nasty. Overspray from who knows how many paint jobs. This wax and grease will initially get up just greasy, anything greasy. Kind of like that last guitar the week before. It looked like it had tree sap. It looked like it had spilled Coca-Cola or some Coke on it. This one looks like it has overspray, every kind of overspray you can think. And you want to get that wax and grease just to get up that initial, like we always talk about. You don't want to sand any oil into the pores. So you never want to just get something and start sanding. I always tell you guys, if you're working on a car, I don't care how new it is, and you're going to do whatever spot job on it, first thing is to clean it up. And if you're not taking enough moldings, tape them up, wax and grease that thing, get it cleaned up before you even hit it with the sandpaper. And let me tell you, if my brother Chris is on here, I seen him earlier from far away. I hope I'm not butchering it. Man, please go follow my brother if you're not already. I know a lot of you guys are. Man, he super blessed me, you know, to try to help get some more subscribers. I know he's got 156,000 subscribers. He's even got more than Adam. He's been at it for a while. And he's pretty much like me too. I mean, we make things happen with next to nothing. No fancy, no fancy paint booth, anything. That was something I admired about him. And I know some people look down on people like us because we're not using fanciest this and the fanciest that. You know, we really want to show you guys that you can do this with the bare minimum of tools. And let me tell you, if you do have the money to buy fancy stuff, like I tell you guys, you know, first, see if you even like doing this. If you do, and you have money to get some nice stuff, I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with that. But, like I say, you don't need all that fancy stuff to make this happen. It's a different story if you're doing like production work. But, so please go follow him. He put together a video, you know, just like trying to point people to the channel. And so if you would, I mean, please like and subscribe now if you would to this channel if you're new. You know, a lot of us on here, man, we just try to share our gifts and our talents with you guys. For sure. And then I wanted to share something one of my brothers made me too. Brother Anthony. Deja's going to grab it real quick. So I'm wiping this off with lacquer thinner to get up. You can see it did have a lot of overspray. Hey, Rudy, if you would grab me a thing of the blue towels. I think they're right there. Thing is right there. Just a second. Thank you, my brother. I'm going to go over it again with the little lacquer thinner. Because let me tell you, wax and grease remover will not take off coke, will not take off a lot of things. Lacquer thinner won't take off certain things. You know, it's back to that. I mean, soap and water will take off. And then back to this. This is a wood. You don't want to hit no wood with water. I can't express that enough. How many people think they can primer something like this and then wet sand it? It just blows my mind. And I'm not trying to call anybody stupid, so don't get offended. It's ignorant, and I'm ignorant in a lot of areas too, that I have no clue. So lots of same thing. Bring that, Rudy, if you would, bring that skateboard over here. So just to give you an example, like a lot of people wet sand the skateboards, and of course, you know, this is tape cleared over for the class. They'll wet sand and they'll wonder why it's cracked. They'll wonder why there's 3-inch cracks, you know, from end to end. So, you know, same thing, you know, it's like there'll be split cracks. The wood gets in there, swells up and cracks. You can't wet sand on wood. Everything's got to be dry, and trust me, I'm a wet sand person, but man, when it comes to wood, you just can't do it. You know what I mean? So, and I did want to thank my brother Steph, if he's on here too, man. I want to thank you, too, brother. I know for sending me a headlamp. Really appreciate it. One of my brothers, he's a brother in Christ from California. Bakersfield. And like I say, Chris, I want to thank you, brother, for putting together that video. Go follow his channel. He literally put together, like I say, even my brother Steve Mora, he's got like 6 videos edited. I just need to do the voiceover. We've just been busy to meet together. So we'll be getting some shorter videos together. Okay. Different tone woods, exactly, my brother John. Let me clean my hands real quick here. Yeah, we did not go camping. Whoever is asking, I wish we did. I wanted to show my brother Anthony. He had made me this knife. Really, really nice. Look at all those layers of wood. Forged this from steel. Of course, I'm still getting used to how to take care of it. But I've been using this thing every single day. This is not a trailer queen. Man, beautiful, beautiful work. Kind of a teal. The teal wood forged from steel, from one piece of steel. I mean, just amazing. I have a bunch of busted knives, and let me tell you, this thing is beautiful. Really nice. Thank you, my brother Anthony. I appreciate it. Okay. See that Windex over there? I don't see it anymore. I don't see it. It's all right. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to get out some of these chips. I'm going to go over it with some 320 with the DA. I don't want to start too rough. Like I say, there's some deep dents in there. When you're DAing, you never want to go at an angle. You never want to go, you guys can see that. People will try to get the chips out and it will put moons. It will put moons everywhere. If you're trying to sand this out, you're trying to sand out chips. I have seen the sides of cars with moons. It will literally put a moon, dig in deep, moons everywhere. So you want to keep it as flat as possible. You want to try to take down, especially some of these deep areas. You see how deep that is? You want to try to get it as smooth as possible, keeping it flat. And there's literally a crack here. There's a crack there. There's a crack going from there to there. Most of that's going to get covered with the pickup cover. So it kind of don't matter, but we do want to get it out. I gotta say, Adam gave me this DA 3 years ago. It's probably one of my favorite DAs. Man, I definitely appreciate it, Anthony. So now we're trying to get this out. And when you can't get this all the way out, you don't want to go too far. We will end up spreading some Bondo on it, some some spot putty. But some of these deep around here, we're going to have to take it down a little bit, and then I'm going to hit it by hand. And you never want to be running the DA like this. Let me tell you, I used to get yelled at. What? There would be people sanding, but they're going 100 miles an hour. I used to get yelled at. Huh? Yeah. Rudy said you get it done faster that way. So I am going to lift this up some. A lot of the guitars, of course, that's almost every time. This is where a lot of the chips happen. Is usually around here. And like I say, there's some bad. This one you can tell. This can end up. You can tell it's been dropped really hard right here. So you got to think a lot of them got dropped really hard. You can see that one there, that there. It's literally this whole area. This is a big chunk right there. Same thing here. You know, it's setting them down, and sometimes you walk away and they bounce, and you know, you can see that. That's like pretty bad there. So So you really want to kind of take it down, get to the root of it. So same thing, I'm gonna come up here. You gotta really know how to, like, this DA has gotta be an extension of you. You know, you can't dig in, you gotta really know how to, like, use it. You know, some of this, a lot of this can be done by hand. Some of these cracks like this, you know, it's just a cheaper guitar. It'll get little stress cracks right here. And then, I mean, there's not too much you can do about that. Like, of course, we're going to prime it. We could take that down. We could fill it. But in all reality, it'd be like if this was metal. If this was like a Regal, a G-body, the doors where they split because they're too heavy right by the mirrors. I mean, it needs welded up. And, of course, this is wood. There really ain't too much you can do with it. We can take it down. We can fill it. But I hate to tell you, that crack's going to come back. You know what I mean? There's just, it's just... It is what it is in some of those situations. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm like, I know you guys can't even see. So same thing. This one's pretty bad if you guys can see it. It's like literally a big, I hate to say, that's like one of those things where I almost need to do this or it's going to keep happening. You know what I mean? We'll end up filling that in some.
Yeah, but to tell you about selling his tube of putty for $5.
Yeah.
Off.
Yeah. That's funny. I know I used to get into my dad's Bondo and I'd smash my Hot Wheels and I'd get into his Bondo, but I didn't know it took hardener at the time. I was only like 4 or 5. I would spread them on my Hot Wheels. I would check. It wouldn't be hard. A few days later, wouldn't be hard. Finally asked my dad. He kind of seen. He's like, man, you need to put hardener. Of course, back then they used to use a lot of that red putty that didn't take hardener, the nitro stand or whatever it's called. You can see same thing, got some heavy dents. I'm gonna try to take that down as much as possible without digging in. You want to use the layers of the paint to try to body work some of those deep gouges. A lot of people will just dig in, spread filler, and you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, you want to try to take it down, keep it as flat as possible. Like you've seen how big that was and see how small it is now. your DA2, you want to try to keep conformed. You don't want to cut down the edges of those shapes. So you got to really be having this an extension of your mind, of your hand, and you got to be mindful of these shapes. You can't be digging. I mean, you really got to try to keep these shapes intact without trying to, how would you put it, distort them. Some of this we'll get by hand. Kind of like this one here. We're going to try to take it down some flat, kind of like we did here with those cracks. Huh? Hey, there you go. I like that. Like I said, I could have started with 220. We're using 320. I didn't want to get too crazy with the grit on some of it. I'm going to go a little bit more on this. And back to this, let me tell you, I'm sure, yeah, my brother Joshua, what's happening, brother Freddie, ¿Qué pasó? And of course, you know, back to this, if you were really trying to keep the tone of this guitar, and this was some, of course, this is a cheapie. I mean, literally, I don't even, this would be like man, I'm trying to think. We probably paid, you know, there's a place here called Music Go Around. They sell like used guitars. We probably got this for, I don't know, probably 80 bucks, $100, you know, with the body, with the neck, with the pickups. And, you know, if you're really trying to get technical, you know, all that paint, primer, deadens the tone to a certain extent. But when it's an electric, you know, it's kind of a different story in a way. And it depends on what kind of music you're doing. And when you're kind of doing it just for show, you know, all that kind of doesn't really matter. So see, even there, you can kind of see the lines. This would be like bodywork in a car, and you're trying to keep all those lines. And of course, I would be guide coding. I would be making sure my lines are good here. And like I say, here we go. We got another big dent here. So I want to try to keep the integrity of that. Sorry if I keep moving the guitar out of focus from the camera. I know, Yobo, my brother Anthony. Thank you, my brother. I'm going to take it down there. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to keep it as flat as possible right there. Same thing, I'm going to come back over here. See how small that's getting? Almost gone. This one, we're pretty much down pretty far on that one. Like I said, we kind of got a crack on that one. Still got a chip right here. That one is almost gone right there. I mean, right there. That's pretty much good right there. I say this is pretty, this is going to take some priming and some sanding to kind of get some of this out. I'm going to go back over this a little bit here. I hate to say that's got kind of that little split in there. So I'm trying to take that down quite a bit. Pretty deep right there. So I'm going to go over it now. Let me hit a couple of these. Let me get back to it. So now I'm going to kind of, before I do a few things with it, red scuff pad in the areas that don't need, you don't got no gouges. We're just trying to scratch it. See if you have any other areas that are in need of getting out some deep chips, scratches, gouges, dents. And of course, primer is going to carry some of it. You know, we don't have too many viewers on tonight. Everybody must be watching the presidential debate. Laugh out loud, but. Huh? What's he doing tonight? Nolan says rock stars like to smash them. Heck yeah, Paul Stanley, break them in pieces. But you don't find any of those pictures that deal with some of the Kiss.
Oh yeah, I do. I have one.
Do you?
Up, yeah.
Yeah, the one with the colors. The three of them. Huh? Blue. Are you serious? This goes over shaking.
No, not
I have to break bread with the new family member. So I'm kind of going through some of these places. I'm gonna blow this up, then we're gonna go back and we're gonna hit a few of these spots with some putty. Basically, you're gonna treat this like you're doing a car, automotive paint, because we're gonna be putting automotive paint on it. The only time we do it any different if trying to get technical in this, trying to keep the integrity of this wood and the weight and the tone and the vibration, but we are absolutely not going that route, let me tell you. Man, definitely appreciate you guys continuing to share onto the website. And let me announce too, let me tell you, we got the class coming up in October. Me and Blast here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, we're going to be doing 80s and 90s mini truck style graphics, bright colors. We're still going to keep a lowrider twist to it with candy patterns, but still going to have some kind of really bright, solid colors. Just old school mini truck style. And that's going to go literally from 80s to 2000 style. And just to kind of change it up some. That one, 25 to 30 people. Get your spot. It is a $300 non-refundable deposit to save your spot. The class is $750, 2-day class. All materials included, lunch included, jam-packed, amazing fellowship. There's a lot of people on here that have took the class that I truly consider family. And you know, we still keep in touch. And so if you're interested, hit me up. Hit up Deja. Get your deposit in. October 19th and 20th.
Daniel, I will definitely send you a flyer.
Yes. And of course, I think, well, with you, brother, I think we're going to link up so you can get your deposit in. Brother Randy in the house. I watch on my Roku. I'm watching, but I have to go to my phone to comment. That's funny. And of course, Randy, if you guys all know Randy, go follow this guy. He's on Instagram. He's on Facebook. An amazing artist out of Denver. Airbrush. He's been the special guest at the Denver class. He's been the special guest here at the Albuquerque class. And go check out his work. He's an airbrusher. He's a pattern master. He's a pinstriper. He's a complete package. He's a skateboarder. He's laugh out loud. Hopefully you're healing up, my brother Randy. I seen you were out trying to do it again. You're like me. We just don't give up, man. We got to keep on going out there. You fall down, you get back up. You fall down, you get back up. I appreciate it, my brother Michael. Same thing, my brother Michael. He's took the class twice in Denver, out here to Albuquerque, and then he was the hands-on instructor out there in Kansas. Trying to think who else we got on here that's been a part of the class. Brother Dio in the house. What is happening, my brother? So basically, I'm just trying to scratch all the areas. Let me break out. So I'm going to hit a couple spots that I see by hand. This is 320 steel. I'm not trying to get super crazy, breaking out 80 grit and 36 grit, laugh out loud. But I gotta say, when we made those homemade guitars, like I say, those were a lot of work. A lot of work. Okay, so I'm gonna blow this up real quick, and then we are gonna do a little spreading. You see that broken blower? Yeah, we bought a brand new one. Oh yeah, and then the new bobblehead for the isotopes here. Our local baseball team is going to be doing the Lowrider Day, July 13th here in Albuquerque. We're giving away 3,000 of the bobbleheads that me and Blast designed. Nooks and cracks and corners. Holy Moses. I'm not chipping anymore. You see this? Starting to get dust on the camera. Man, it has been humid here too. All kinds of water in the lines. Okay, so man, I definitely appreciate that, Joshua. Let's talk about it.
July 13th is the Lowrider Night at the Isotopes.
Wax and grease remover. Hey, check it out. You know what? Look at this. Man, it almost looks like, I know it's the wood. Looks like the wood was almost a gold, but it's not. It's just a wood color. Hey, go get me, can you give me a new towel out of, yeah, it's going to be one of the ones, big one, like right there. Uh-huh.
Your father says throw away your cheap sandpaper that you bought at Santa Fe Tool 20 years ago. It does fall apart.
Man, that's crazy. How many people here, this would be in Albuquerque, used to remember Santa Fe Tool? My dad was just telling my daughter, reminding us about that sandpaper. They used to have, it's like a Chinese, super cheap. Lift that one up. Oh, yeah. Okay. What do you call it? This sandpaper was super cheap. Yes, my brother Joseph definitely coming for Lowrider Day. Same thing. Lowrider Day, literally Lowrider Day, Santa Fe, July 6th. It's a Saturday. It's proclamation. I mean, the governor, the mayor, like official Lowrider Day. It's been, I think, for the last, and I would say it's been about 7 years now. I'm trying to think, maybe even longer. Honestly, yeah, probably 10 years now. You know, Joseph, what an anniversary it is for Lowrider Day. It's way cool. They do it in the plaza in Santa Fe. Okay, so now there's some spiders in here.
No.
Yep.
None of that, Rob.
Barking spiders.
None of that, Rob.
So now, cut me a little piece of cardboard, Bondo spreader, hood style. Huh? About the hood? What is it? Cisco? Oh, yeah. So, of course, this is a lot of Bondo here. Yeah, there you go, man.
I gotta go back.
My brother Ted.
I gotta go back.
Look forward to seeing you for the class here. Let me tell you, back to that, we had the class that's coming up at my house. Which will be on the 20th and the 21st of July. We do have one more spot left. I have somebody that agreed they were going to take it and never came through. So if you're interested, same thing with that one. That one's going to be here at the house. Going to get a lot more attention than the usual 25 student, 30 student class. So of course, and of course this, I'm cleaning the Bondo spreader. You could use acrylic, especially when you're getting this small. We're just going to be spreading a little bit in some of these areas. I always like to kind of go over my spreader, kind of get it nice and some of the edges kind of sand it out. So I got a little bit of Bondo. You never want to put too much hardener. Like, of course, I got this here. That little bit. I could maybe go with a little. We're talking a little bit more. I'm going to put just a little bit right there. The more hardener to put, the more brittle it is. You don't put enough hardener, it's going to be soft. It's got to be just like the Three Little Bears or the something. It's just right. Yep. Whatever. So I'm going to kind of spread this in. That is almost. Of course, it's hot right now, so it's going to get hard real fast. Always want to make sure that every little blue streak, and see I put that there, way not needed. There's plenty in here. Always want to go back, make sure you get every little area. And I should have put on gloves for this, because I always end up with Bondo, which...
You should pair gloves from the beginning.
Yeah, and then I should have right here, which watch it get hard real quick. So I'm scratching this little... Scratching it so it sticks. Yeah, you could to the metal too, for sure. Same thing. I'm going to come up here to this spot. Same thing here. Hopefully you guys are able to see this. We're not going to get too crazy.
It's 109. That's crazy.
109.
109 degrees.
We're at.
Tom's at.
Woo, yeah, Tom. Let me tell you, Brother Ted is in Yuma. It's a bucket of insanity over there. Who? Crazy. Man, Taos?
That is crazy.
I'm just barely trying to hit a few spots. Not trying to get super crazy. And like I said, see these little cracks here? Man, you could take this down. Of course, the thing is the pickup thing covers that, but you know, the problem is I know it's there. Same thing, there's a deep gouge here. Well, it's not even a gouge, it's a crack going from here to here. You know, primer's gonna have to suffice. Primer's gonna cover that. We're pretty good on that. Like this, you can see it's already hard. But that's all I needed. It's just so hot right now, too. Yeah, Mesa was super hot, too, deal. Me and Rudy lived in Tucson. Super hot there, too. Not quite as hot as Mesa, and way not as hot as Yuma.
Were you guys bunker buddies?
Bunker buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bunker buddies. Bunker buddies? That's the army. She's got jokes. This girl's got jokes, man.
I got jokes all day.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear my jokes? It's $5 a pop.
Yeah, oh no.
And Rob's got paid 10.
That's funny. Tell us. I know. Says, I am at a rained out 57. Got you. Okay. Who said it was 109? Somebody said 109 inch house.
Daniel said that.
No, he got it
No,
wrong.
he said
You
57.
got it wrong.
Go back down. Go
This
back.
guy's
He
just,
was
wait up.
You're saying
109 in the evening. That's crazy. No, I think
He
he's
responded.
referring to Tom. Man, that's why I was like, holy Moses, 109 inch house. Crazy. So we're gonna let this dry real quick, and then I got kind of a mount. I'm gonna mount it on. And we're gonna prime it. Gonna go over a few little places. Got 43. Yeah, it is. Crazy, huh? Yeah, let's do a raffle. We are going to give away some gum underneath the desk. It's 30-year-old gum. It's underneath the desk. Yeah, 30-year-old gum. Supposedly, John Travolta chewed it. It's his gum when he was doing the movie Face Off. No, just kidding. John Travolta.
Ghost Riders.
Ghost Riders. JK. 86 in Chama tonight. Amanda. Oh, and Chima. I was like, Chama. I got Bondo dust on my. There's Bondo dust on the screen. 86 in Chima.
Hashtag. Do you give him a wake up?
Yeah, no, giving away gum. Did you guys hear that? Giving away gum. Dino said that's funny. We got gum. Yeah, Rob's Hot Wheel collection. Let's see, what can we give away? We will give away, huh? Oh yeah, so.
That way. I get to pick two, right?
We got a couple hats that Rudy made for us. Just kidding.
So you could get that way.
So we're gonna give away. Of course, here I'm getting Bondo dust on them. So we got, of course, Vanderslice paint supply. We did some more. And of course, these are two same thing, and it might say sold out on the website, but that can get fixed real quick, like in like 3 seconds. But we do have a lot more of these. We have a bunch of different colors too. I'm talking green with black, red with black, purple with black. I mean, every color you can think of. Grape? Yeah, we do, buddy. So we're going to give away these two. Of course, I'm going to give away just one right now. Deja's going to pick a number. I mean, she's going to pick a... Oh, yeah, the hashtag. Hashtag... Let's see. Huh? Okay, what do you want it to be? Hashtag guitar. Hashtag guitar. Deja's putting it in right now. Hashtag guitar, everybody. Hashtag guitar. The winner wins a Vanderslice custom paint supply hat. Dio said, pick me, Deja. Pick me. You got to put a hashtag. Yeah, you got it. So, Dio, you got to put hashtag guitar, and it's going to do a random little, like, hey, my brother Ethan in the house. The Toledo family in the house. What's happening? My brother Eric. Anthony, Padilla. We got Chris in the house. Joel Hernandez. Thank you, too, for your continued support, my brother. And my brother Eric. My brother Paul. While we're waiting for this Bondo to dry, Brother Dan, We got a new addition to the family too. We got another hat over here too. Okay, let's see. We'll give that another 5 minutes.
How much do I have to order for free shipping?
$1,000.
1,000. Oh yeah, and then Deja had a what were we gonna do
I
today?
said the fifth person that orders something will grab a mini card.
Yeah, so this. So let me tell you, I know you guys probably think we sell like a whole bunch on Thursday nights or something. Man, we will get like 2 or 3 orders. And tonight, let's see, and I don't care what it is. We are going to do a random, let's put it this way. I'm trying to think how we can do that. If we get up to 5 people that order something, we'll do the same type of thing what Deja's doing. And we will give away one of the crosses I have. Yeah, we have a couple different crosses that I painted. It'll have to be, we need 5 people to order something from the website, at least 5. And we will do a random back to that. I mean, you got a 1 in 5 chance of winning a cross. Like I said, we appreciate your support.
And I know Ethan was asking how much do I have to order for free shipping?
Certain things, Ethan, man, each one's different. Ethan, we had to where if it was over a certain amount, it was free shipping. And then let me tell you, Ethan, some of the orders were costing like $70 for shipping. So on certain like tape, if you order over $175 worth of tape, you get free shipping. But I'm not sure on that. We changed around a few things. Let me know. If somebody is putting in a big order and the shipping is a conflict, please let us know. Talk to us, and we'll add something. I mean, there's not much we could do about shipping. We can throw in something to make up for the shipping. We're always here to work with you guys. And we appreciate your support. So if shipping is something that's a stumbling block, and let me just tell you guys, our markup on the paint is not that much. So, man, let me tell you, it's hard. It is hard sometimes to pay if somebody's buying, let's say, $500 worth of stuff, and the shipping ends up $50 or $60 because it does weigh 40-something pounds, because it's, gallon of clear plus the hardener, a gallon of paint, gallon of reducer. Man, it ends up $60-$70. That's our cost. And it's hard to eat that when the markup is not that high. I'm not going to mention no other names, but man, the markup was high on some of this stuff. And they can afford to eat the shipping. And I'm sorry, man, we are small. We're the David and Goliath business. I mean, we're like, we just can't do that. We're not Manny, and we're not any of the other people where, we can eat that, and it's a hard thing, and I think even most of them, it's over 500 and you get free shipping. But like I said, we did that, and we just were like, man, if we keep doing this, we're going to go broke. There's just no way. And of course, for the most part, some of the shipping might end up, if you are ordering, sometimes it'll end up 30 something, maybe 40 if you are ordering a big order. So like I say, we appreciate your support, because it does. Sometimes it gets overwhelming. So I'm kind of going through shaping some of this, as you can see. And I am hitting it with some 220. want to kind of go over this just a little bit to knock down when you first hit. Okay, you want to do the giveaway?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I wish we were Dino. Dino, sorry. I know dry goods we can ship. I know my brother Vlad, we still struggling to get liquids to overseas. They request a lot of stuff. Let me tell you. Let's see who we got for a winner. Brother Paul. Did you put our phone number in the description? So, Brother Paul, number's in the description. You can text your address to either my daughter or me, and we will get that sent out. And let me tell you, trying to think who all won. I know all of that got shipped out. All you guys should be getting it, except for Eli because he's local. But and Eric is local. I think he won a banner. But we did ship out, I think, Lisa's, right? We shipped out, I think, Wade. And then I'm trying to think who else won the week before. And if there's anybody on here that hasn't got what they've won, and of course we literally just, I think it was 2 days ago, shipped out what was won the week before. Okay. Okay. Let me real quick. We'll do that other giveaway in like 10 minutes. Running up the.
You think shirts, caps, banners, no liquid can get shipped to Australia?
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. Hats, banners, any of that for sure, Dino. Please, like I say, it might not be set up in the system to ship to you. And I don't know if you have a WhatsApp number. What's up, Brother Brian? Man, you've missed a good guitar night, brother. You'll have to go back and watch some of the first stuff, some of the handmade guitars that we've done, my brother Brian. If you have a WhatsApp or something, Dino, that you can get us, that we could be able to talk, and we can get your address, we can get it worked out, my brother. bellies. That's probably one of the... I'm gonna go one more time. We're almost there. I'm gonna go over just a couple little spots back with the scuff pad. Even this. Try to get inside here a little bit with the scuff pad. Man, definitely appreciate the order, man. We appreciate it. I'm just barely scuffing over some places. I'm gonna go real quick back one more time with the blower. In fact, I'm gonna mount it. I have to probably rig that up. This, see, that'll work just for a minute. So I kind of made a little homemade. Man, I definitely appreciate that deal. Are you going to Lowrider Day 2, Dio, or no? I know that's where I met you last year, even. Can you pull that back now? Okay, that'll work. Maybe, oh yeah, you know what? That ain't gonna work. No, huh? But you know what? We might have to do this up here. I will be there for sure. See, no truck. Ah, there you go, my brother Curtis. That's what we're here for, man. We're here to inspire. Man, thank you, brother Dio. Really appreciate you, brother, supporting. So, of course, I kind of made a little stand to where we can turn it. We're able to primer, turn. I'm going to wipe it. In fact, I'm going to blow it down one more time. I kind of made this stand so it can turn. Munoz, my brother. Carlos in the house. Brother Steve. Small Scale Customs. You guys don't know, my brother Carlos Munoz, he has been the hands-on instructor quite a few times here at the class in Albuquerque. He has a shop up in Santa Fe. Definitely a blessing. So same thing, I'm gonna wipe with wax and grease remover. I don't want to get it too heavy because now we got open wood, even though it will evaporate, but you just don't want to get too much down into those pores. Brother Curtis, yep, I'm going to take it apart and use the extra flake you sent me. Boom, boom, boom. I can't wait to see it, brother. So really important to keep it clean. Don't want no fish eyes. I mean, we've wiped it over and over. Like I say, we still have one more opening for the class here at my house, July 20th and 21st. 2-day class, $750, $300 non-refundable deposit to save your spot. All materials included. It's going to be a very intimate class. Going to get a lot of extra attention versus the big class. You'll be taking home a board that you did yourself. So I'm going to be mixing up some primer. Thank you, girl. You kind of move this out the way for a minute. Thank you. Yep, flames on the SG body. I'm going to do kind of like you've seen on it. Going to do old school flames. And we are using the PPX 55 high solids primer surface sealer that I have. We have this by the gallon. We have it by the quart, by the pint. Whatever you need. It's a 4-to-1 if you're using it for a high build, high solids primer. Very high solids. If you're changing it into a sealer, you can put 1.5 parts of the premium urethane reducer. And let me see here where I got the cup. There we go. So, of course, I use these. I don't use none of this. I literally use this. Some bottles have a little bit different. They'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever it is, up to whatever it is. And, of course, this is a 4-to-1. So you got to think, if I'm going to mix, which I am, I'll probably do, man, because, you know, I want to primer this. In all reality, let me tell you, we could literally get away, because I'm going to just black this. We could get away with just priming these areas, honestly. Spot priming it. You know, I'm going to probably end up doing kind of these areas a little heavy, and then I'll put like maybe 2 coats over the rest of the guitar. But you don't have to, honestly. you could get away with spot priming this and it would do great. So let me move this out the way. We're actually going to even tint the primer. Man, I appreciate that. Boom. Brother Manuel, we appreciate that. Okay. I'm going to tint the primer a little bit too with black. You can tint it up to 10%. Of course, let me get my little marking here. So I'm going to pour up, and of course I know we're at a weird angle. I'm going to pour up. In fact, I'm going to go up to about 60 milliliters. Let me make sure it's about 60. You know, of course, we're at an angle to where you guys are at. And of course, 4 to 1. And if we're going to add a little bit, of course, and I'm not really using it for a sealer. But, you know, if you were to break that down, we're going to go up to about to, let's see what we got here. Brother Adam in the house. What is happening, my brother? Much love always, brother. We're using the DA you gave me tonight. That's one of my favorite DAs. A lot of people on here said they have the same one. Always appreciate you, my brother. So 4 to 1 to 1. That's pretty much the last of this one. You want to make sure you get it mixed up really good. Hope you and Ashley are doing good, my brother. He said that 44 tape roll kit looks tempting. That is the best. That is a good buy, my brother Joseph. Like I say, if we get up to 5 people that had ordered, it sounds like we are, then I will give away if we get up to 5 orders, I'm going to give away this 15-inch cross. That's a $150 value. It's got the Impala emblem on it, signed, dated. We get up to 5 orders tonight. My brother Michael in the house. So I'm going to be giving away that. Sounds like Dio's in the running. Manuel's in the running. Possibly Brother Joseph's in the running. How many orders did we get?
We got Daniel, Dio.
Did he put in 2, Dio? 1.
I think just 1.
Okay.
And I know Anthony ordered this morning, and Don ordered this
Boom.
morning.
So we need a couple more orders to make that happen. That's a 1 in 5 chance. Make sure you mix it up really good. And I am, like I say, I'm going to tint it. I'm going to tint it with 10% black. It's just basically making it a dark gray. Salute my brother Juan. What is happening? All right. And don't forget, we're able to mix any color now. We have the whole mixing machine. We can make any color you want from any of the House of Colors base coat candies to the Tangelos to the Sunsets to any stock color you need. If you need a gallon of whatever, charcoal gray metallic, if you need whatever, a teal, whatever you need, we can make it for you. Don't forget, we won't be on next week because it is Brother Eli in the house. Brother, you need to come by and pick up your banner, brother. I forget what you won. It was last week or the week before. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, watch. Deja's going to show you what we got. The mixing machine set up, man. Huh? Black cherry? Yep. We make black cherry. I'm going to come in. Hopefully you guys can see this. You might have to tilt it up. Yes, do have Harley formulas too, my brother Brian. Able to do all of that. It's basically like a Radiance, like PPG Radiance, you know, all the candy dyes intertwined with it, all the formulas. I'm going to come in and just use spots pretty thick. I'm going to hit these spots a few with it not reduced down. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to reduce it some. Huh? What now? Uh-uh. I can definitely find out, Brian. No, yeah, no, keep going. Man, good job, my brother Michael. Please post it to the group. Appreciate you. Okay, flip it. I'll wait up right here a little bit. Okay, flip it. Okay, there we go, man.
All the way up.
Completely? Yeah. Dang it, man. I put my fingers in it. Put my darn fingers in it. Over there. How's it looking right there?
Good.
Good.
Like that one?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Where?
We'll just the light.
Okay.
Got 'em.
That turn it? Okay, let me reduce it out some. Man, I appreciate that, my brother Ethan. Man, I really appreciate the order, Ethan. That means the world to us, brother. We thank you for the support. Let me tell you. Hey, girl, could you go grab me some $8.95? Man, thank you, Roland. Oh, Nolan, definitely. Thank you, Nolan. Back. No, you know what? I'm going to use 870 right now. Sorry. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to reduce it just a little bit. Like I say, we could get away with just even doing that because it's going to go black. But I'm going to go over some of these spots. It's going to go black. And then we are going to do flames. Going to do a white outline around the flames. And the flames are going to be old school, orange, gold, red. Yeah. So what we're going to do, those that ordered, I'm going to have you guys come on. Yeah, Deja's going to write all your names down right now, and she's going to do...
Until the end of it. So I'll write everybody's names down. That way you guys can see it. We'll literally put it in a bowl tonight at the end of the live. We'll pull it right in front of you guys. That way anybody that wants to order has until the end of the live to order. And then we'll pull it in front of you guys right before we end.
That'll work. And I'll do a second and third to play something. But like I say, one of you guys are going to get this cross. It's red, gold, orange. Got the Impala emblem, signed, dated. 15-inch cross. $150 value. As you can see, I put my fingers on this side. And somebody else, Amanda ordered. Appreciate the order. Somebody right before that ordered.
Thank you, guys.
Man, thank you, Curtis. Thank you, Amanda. Let me get right here. Okay, yeah. Flip it. I'm trying to think. Go this way because it's going to come all the way down and come undone. If you keep going that way. Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, let me just get right here. Do it up. Yeah, watch. We'll do a second and a third plate too. Watch. Okay, flip it again. Keep on going. Okay, let me get right here. I can't really see too good in here because it's on that end. So I got Brother Rudy flipping it, rotating it like a chicken. Okay, flip it all the way around. Man, appreciate it, Curtis. Appreciate it, Amanda. For sure, get in your order. You know what? We're gonna be finished here real soon. You guys got maybe like another 10 minutes, and we'll do the giveaway. And I'm gonna go look and see what else I got that I want to give away. Like I said, I appreciate you guys' support. Okay, turn it that way some. There you go. How's it look on this side? Pretty good. Okay, turn it back the other way. Okay, watch that. Watch, let me get it right there. Okay, turn it the other way. Okay. Keep on going. Keep on going. Okay. One more time around this edge. Cherry. Okay, you want to flip it. In fact, turn it this way and leave it that other way. Cherry. Let me see what else I got. I want to take care of you guys, man, for sure. Sure. Yeah, for sure, Brother Joseph. You can order for sure, brother. And there's a section in there just where it says pick up, and we can just bring it to you on Lowrider Day, brother. Order it and get it in. And I'm going to do this too. So I got a small New Mexico State. It's got a Lincoln emblem on it. I know if you're not a Lincoln person, you know, that's, you know, but it's signed and dated. This is even a 2022 New Mexico State. That'll be second place. We'll do third place. We'll do the hat. We'll do one of the hats for third place. And even with that New Mexico with the Lincoln, I'll do we'll do a shirt with the new paint supply shirt. And we are gonna include, my brother put in an order today as well. What now?
Anthony and John.
Yeah, Anthony and Don. We're including both of them too. They put an order in today. So we got
This is everybody I have so far, and if there's anybody else, I'm gonna cut them up.
yeah, gonna cut them up. If anybody wants to put in an order, you got another couple minutes, and then we'll do that. We'll do first, second, third. First gets the cross, second gets the New Mexico Lincoln shape, third gets the hat, and the last third and second will both get a shirt along with it as well. And same with the cross. I'll give a shirt for it too. Okay, so now I'm gonna come back. I am going to come back if I can find it. It's right here in front of my face. Black. You see the black? The high-end graffiti spray paint Rudy over there? Oh, here it is. Never mind. So, man, otherwise it looks pretty good besides my 2 fingerprints. You guys can see my fingerprints. My parents always told me don't touch it. What about the caddy emblem, Rob? He said. Let's put it this way. Okay, you know what? Let's put it this way. If whoever wins first place, if you want this instead of this, I'll do that. If that's which one you're talking about, deal. So if somebody wants this instead, or they want this for first, just let me know. So we got the bucket here except for first watch. I'm going to guide code real quick. If anybody else wants to get in on it, put your order in. You got about 2 more minutes. So I'm coming back literally just with some high-end tag color graffiti spray paint. You could come back in with some black base coat. You could come back with flat black. This is, of course, flat. I'm guide coding it so you can see all of the scratches, dents, dings. Rudy, if you could rotate it just real quick for me. And if nobody knows what this means, the black stays in the scratches, stays in the imperfections. Okay, turn it some more. Of course, we're going to let this dry. And I'm either going to black it before we start. That'll work. Perfect. Okay. If I win, I'll trade anyone for the cross. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so they're just cutting them up. You sand until there is no more black. Exactly, my brother Chuck. I know a lot of people, you know, when you sand this, the black will leave. It will stay in scratches. And in all reality, you know what? You know, I can save this That way you guys get to see all of the steps in all reality. You know, we can kind of be all in on it. So here we go. We are going to, Deja's putting this in the bucket. And let me move this out the way. So we are putting in Manuel's name. We're putting in Ethan's name. We're putting in Amanda's name. We are putting in Nolan's name. We are putting in Dio's name. We are putting in Curtis. We are putting in Anthony. Putting in Don's. And we're putting in Alejandro's. Appreciate the order, Alejandro. And we are putting in Joseph's. So we are going to shake it. And since Rudy's asleep, we're going to have him. No, just kidding. He is not asleep tonight. He's actually doing pretty good, let me tell you. Yeah, good luck, everyone. Daniel said, fingers crossed, boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
First, there's a second. All right, what are you doing first?
So first, the first one I pull out will be third, which will be the hat and a shirt.
Okay.
Huh? No, instead. So what I'm doing, so before we're clear, so what I'm saying, first place will be either this one or if you want this one. So in other words, if you're from New Mexico and you want the Cadillac, you'll get this one. If you're somewhere else, you can get this one. Second place is this one with the shirt. Third place will be a hat and a shirt. So good luck to everybody. So here we go. This is for the shirt and a hat.
And it's me. That's me. All right. Third place. This is
Anthony. So you get a hat and a shirt. Okay, this is for the New Mexico State with the Lincoln on it. Okay. Let me give it to Deja. Brother Don. That's in New Mexico. And let me tell you, if you want, since you're not from here, if you want, if there's something that you want that's kind of the value, we can figure out something, brother, for that. Okay, so here we go. First place. And the drum roll. Moment of truth. Here we go. Brother Joseph from Santa Fe. Congratulations, my brother. Congratulations. And you know what? Man, everybody else, you know what I'll do? We can do for let's do one more for a shirt. Man, I'm a sucker, man. Let me see. Let's do another one for a shirt. I will do two more. Boom, sorry. Alejandro, congratulations. Let's write this down so we don't forget to. Okay, one more. Well, two more. Manuel for another shirt. Okay. Brother Dio. Awesome, and we still got to get you, and I still got to bring you your banner. I'll take you for Lowrider Day too. Got you. Okay.
I'll
Got
show
you.
you, yeah.
Got you. Man, well, I definitely appreciate you guys. Thank you. I mean, we can't tell you enough how much we appreciate you guys and your support. And like I say, we will not be next week here. Happy 4th to everybody. And like I say, please continue to support. We appreciate you guys 100%. We cannot do it without you guys. And like I say, there's one more spot left for the class, July 20th and 21st here at my house. If you're interested. And of course, there's still plenty of openings for the class for October. For October 19th and 20th, 2-day class, all materials provided. Hit us up if you're interested. And I'm trying to think what else, man. Like I say, we appreciate you guys. Can't thank you enough. Stay tuned for the following week. My son will be here with some of those other guitars. Please, if you guys barely tuned in, boom, 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 cherry, Gio said. If you barely tuned in, go back and check out the first 10 minutes where I show all the guitars that we had done. Check them out. My son will be here with the other one. We'll be doing something special, either cutting out a new shape guitar, not next week, but the following week. And then the week after that is when we will be doing this one. We'll be sanding it, shooting it black, and taping some flames. I'm excited. Let's go out with some prayer. Linda said literally, Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you, Lord. First and foremost, we just thank you, Lord. I lift up every single person on this live, Lord. Whether they're doing good, whether they're going through trials, through struggles, Lord, we just pray you continue to let each and every one of us know that you are real and you are here. And those that don't know you, that they would somehow, some way come to know you, that they would surrender their life to you. And we just come to you, Lord, and apologize in those areas that we fall short every single day, Lord. We love you. We give you praise. And like I say, I pray blessings over everybody on this channel right now. And help us to be a light out there. I'm truly help us to be a light and encouragement, mainly to our immediate family and those that we run into on a daily basis. We give you praise. Holy Spirit, continue to do a work in us. Lead us, guide us, and convict us, Lord. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. We love you guys, and we appreciate you guys so much. You guys have a great night. We thank you guys. Yep. Glory be to God in Jesus' name. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Love you guys very much. My brother Michael, Curtis, Steven, my brother Dale, Amanda, brother Steve, brother Joe, my brother Chuck, Florida in the house.